Our next guest here at Autodesk is from an experienced design company. I even like how that sounds. That's pretty cool. That specializes in the creation of story-driven exhibits, attractions, live shows, and environments. Pretty cool stuff that he's working on. Director of Special Projects with ThinkWell Group is Michael Finney. Hey, Michael, welcome into Tomorrow.
Hi, Dave. Nice to be here.
Glad to have you with us. First of all, tell me a little bit more about what is it that ThinkWell does. I mean, I liked the intro that we gave you, but it opens the door to, okay, what does that mean?
Isn't that fun? It's kind of hard to describe it sometimes, which is where that description came from. We started in the theme park world in the very early days doing individual attractions. We've kind of grown outside of that. That kind of design has moved out into retail design and museum design. And so now we're doing everything from master planning entertainment destinations, resorts, theme parks, things like that, to doing small museum designs, to doing special events. We still do attractions. Pretty much anywhere where we have a chance to design an environment where a guest can interact with it. Somewhere we can tell a story. That's
pretty cool. Now, especially the museum end of things, because there's so much there. I guess you have to really also get a good grasp of what is it that they want to display.
Absolutely.
And then help them design how it's best laid out. It's just, well, start wherever and just see all the exhibits. It doesn't work that way.
Not really. And it really needs to engage the people, especially when you're looking at designing for children. Poster children for short attention span theater. You need to be able to grab them right away.
I think most of us adults have short attention spans too.
There is that, of course. And it's
what were we talking about?
I don't remember. But it's really a challenge because you run into space planning challenges that you wouldn't expect.
True.
We think at a certain eye level, and kids are working down lower, and that poses a whole new set of challenges in design management.
Now, I'm assuming you're at Autodesk University here with us in Las Vegas because you must use some Autodesk software to do what you do. So what kinds of programs do you use, and how do they play a role, especially in designing entertainment parks and things?
Well, we're really kind of proud of trying to always find the right tool for the right job. So we kind of work across multiple platforms. When we're first starting out, when we're first doing space planning for something like Coney Island, we'll be working in AutoCAD. It's really our go-to drafting program. We have a lot of seats. Even my basic technical directors and coordinators are working in it. If it's going to move into construction, something like we did a fountain show in Atlantic City, we'll move it into Revit because you really need to be able to see how all the building systems work together. When you're communicating to your client, because it's really important for a lot of stuff we do, which is really kind of blue sky, you need to be able to show them what it is. So we'll move it into Maya so we can control the fly-through. We'll actually do animations. And then I came up as a lighting designer originally, so you want to make it as real as you possibly can. So we'll move over into 3D Studio Max to really do surface treatments.
Wow. Actually, so you're really getting into not only how to light it properly, but where shadows will be falling, and then how it looks and how it comes across.
Correct.
That's amazing.
And when you look at some of the physics, we have a very strong audio design group. Francois Bergeron is one of the original audio designers for Cirque du Soleil. He's one of the founders of the company.
Wow.
You can do audio ray tracing in 3ds. You just treat it as it's another piece of electromagnetic spectrum.
That's pretty neat. Now, are other companies that do what you do using these programs as well, or do you kind of have a jump on this and they're trying to catch up?
I think we've got a little bit of a jump on it, mostly because our designers are so technologically apt, and so many of our technical people work on the creative side. We don't draw that line. And our creative people, our designers, work all the way through the process, into construction, into production. So they really learn to love the tools.
Yeah, no doubt that it brings some major advantages to you and, as a result, to your customers.
Oh, absolutely. Being able to show them what it's going to look like in real time, in the real world, is great. This fountain show in Atlantic City, we didn't know how to show it to them, so we animated the fountains in Maya. We used the physics engines to actually get it working. And we realized at the end of the day, we could actually take that information and dump it into our controllers and pre-program it. So we not only were able to show the client what they were going to get, we were able to save them money on the back end.
Whoa. And, of course, impress the heck out of them. So you had that wow factor going for you anyway.
Absolutely. And we could engage them in the entire process.
Sure. Well, aside from the fact that all of your staff must get free tickets to all these theme parks, what made you decide to work with theme parks and those kinds of environments and museums, which is certainly something I think a little different and off the beaten path of other buildings and whatnot?
A lot of it just purely comes from the passion of our people. They love doing this. A lot of them will be doing this in their spare time for fun as a hobby if they didn't get paid for it. You know, it's a different job every day.
Yeah. I mean, there's people talk about having passion in what they do in their job, but this is passion and enjoyment in general. And it sounds like they do get a great deal out of it to be able to sit back and say, I did that.
Absolutely. And it's a great company to work with. It gives you the opportunity to really design, create, and build something at the end of the day. You don't just put it on paper. You actually can walk into it when you're done. And you can watch the people walk into it.
Oh, for sure. Well, Michael, make sure you stay in touch with us and let me know what else we can promote that you're working on, because it already sounds fun, and we want to do that. Meantime, we invite you to visit his website, see what he and his team are up to, ThinkWellGroup.com. Of course, we'll have the link for you. You're just a mouse click away when you visit intotomorrow.com. Michael Finney, Director of Special Projects with ThinkWell Group. Thanks for joining us here at Autodesk University.
Dave, thanks so much for having us.
We're back with more. Swing by intotomorrow.com for all the details. Don't go away.